In this hand, you're playing a $95 super satellite. You're a ways away though from the money, so you're just trying to accumulate chips. You raise pocket eights from the button, and the small blind, a very good tactical player, uh, three bets you, and you go ahead and call here with pocket eights, and the board comes jack of clubs, five of clubs, two of clubs. He fires 5.24 big blinds into 15.89 big blinds. What would you like to do here? Would you like to fold, call, or raise? Okay, that's time. We call here, and the turn is the five of hearts. So on this jack of clubs, five of clubs, two of clubs, five of hearts board, he fires 8.7 big blinds into 26.38 big blinds. What would you like to do here? Fold, call, or raise? That's time. You call. The river is the six of hearts, and he moves all in for 38.41 big blinds into 43.78 big blinds. What would you like to do here? Would you like to fold or call? All right, that's time. We should go ahead and call here versus really strong players, and we do end up taking down a really nice pot. Now, let's look at it from Villain 39's perspective because he has a good reason to keep firing here. So we raise on the button and he three bets, and he c bets one third pot just about on the flop. Now, to his credit, a lot of people with small flushes here on this board will raise because they're really worried about the fourth club coming and making their hand not so good anymore. And a lot of people who flop a set on this board will go ahead and raise because they don't want the fourth club coming. So a lot of times, what do people call with here? Well, they call with uh, high cards that contain a club. They call with pairs, especially pairs with clubs. And he's obviously, we don't have many two pair combinations because presumably we're not raise calling with 5-2 or jack 5. So he's ruling out the sets, he's ruling out the middling flushes, and the turn comes a 5, but that makes it a little less likely we have a 5 because now there's 2 on the board, and he fires in. Also, with 3 clubs on the board, it's possible we would want to raise a 5 on this turn just because we don't want a fourth club to come on this river. So he fires again. And once we call again on this turn, he's thinking to himself, well, hold on. He probably, hero here probably would have raised with a set on the flop, would have raised with a middling flush. Or just some mediocre flush. A lot of people do raise that hand. I'm not saying that's necessarily how you should play that hand, but that's how a lot of people play it because they're super worried about getting outdrawn. So maybe the small flushes get raised on the flop, the sets get raised on the flop, and maybe the 5 gets raised on the turn. So what it looks like we have here is a lot of mediocre pairs, a lot of maybe like 4s and 3s with a club if we really just don't want to fold to that small turn bet. Sixes, uh, obviously just got there, but 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, maybe ace high with the ace of clubs calls one more time on the turn, although he's blocking that. But the jack also makes sense. Anyway, the long story short, our hand range is a lot of mediocre pairs. So he's making a calculated decision here, which is saying, like, well, okay, my bet needs to work a little less than 50% of the time. And I think most of his range is just really bad pairs, are just mediocre pairs that even if we have Jack 10 here on this river, which is close to the top of our range, we're not in love with seeing this triple barrel. So he's making an educated guess that we're going to fold the majority of those hands. It's just on us to go, you know what? I think you're capable of bluffing on this board just due to how capped our range is. So I'm going to go ahead and call you here. And it ends up working out pretty nicely for us here. He did set up that river jam quite well, but it worked out for us when we called. Hey, thank you for tuning into this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more training content just like this, go to pokerheadrush.com. That website again, one more time, is pokerheadrush.com. You'll get a lot more training content just like this that you can sign up for. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you for the next one of these. Take care.